Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody had a wonderful day yesterday, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. Also, Hollows, get a life. You worry me sometimes. Anyway, here we are back in the factory. I did a little bit of work on this last night and this morning. Anyway, so I did a little bit of work on this last night. One of the things that I did was I went ahead and set up, at least got installed 3 of the truck stops with lights. They've been awesome, and especially at night when it's dark out, it's got the lights there. It works great. Really, really happy with how this turned out. I don't have them belted up yet, as that would be next, but are ready to be belted up. Also all set up. Check that. Yes, perfect. Okay. So, nice thing is these are basically all set up and ready to go. I just have to get them belted up and figure out what they're basically going to do. What I'll probably do is see about bringing the fuel here from down there. And then that way I will be able to keep the tractors fueled up. That's going to be the other thing that I do, is set up some automation for tractors. Now I'm going to use the little sugar cubes primarily because they are going to be more efficient and a little bit easier to deal with in terms of making sure that everybody gets to where they need to go. The truck, however, big guy here, is perfect for when I need to take a whole bunch of stuff to another location and get it started. So that's kind of where we're at as far as getting things started. Also, that boombox is really useful for startup music. The other thing that I did was I got turbo fuel researched. Sulfur. So we've got turbo fuel unlocked. We can eventually start working on that, which will be awesome. Turbo fuel, which requires, in order to make turbo fuel, I need packed coal and fuel, basically. So what I would be doing is making compacted coal, which is coal and sulfur, combining it with fuel, we get turbo fuel, and turbo fuel is of course going to give us better overall. There we go. Better overall performance. To burn faster, cleaner, that sort of thing. And I think we get more out of it in terms of just volume. Nice. So what I want to do is I want to come down here and I want to see what we're looking at in terms of coal that might be down here. And sulfur. Awesome. One nice thing about having the server running overnight, although this particular evening did not run all the way overnight, but that's fine. My brother had been doing some cable management thus had shut the server off so that he could shut his computer down and just didn't turn everything back on again. Not a big deal. He took care of it. It was like, dude, stuff's not working. It's like, oh yeah, hold on. I know, right? But that's okay. What I want is I want to look up coal. And there goes a whole bunch of what I already know. There's a whole bunch down there. Those are pure nodes. Okay. I wonder then if there'd be a bunch of sulfur down there too. There is jackpot. So normal. Curious indeed. Kind of hoping that there would be some near here. So one of the other things that I'm wanting to do is to see about building my road out towards the desert. That should hopefully also open up a little bit more space for the purposes of just general construction, but also allow for the creation of, I would like to call it a depot, where I could do most of my actual construction and just bring it back to here for the purposes of having access to the items. Let's go collect a whole bunch more concrete. The other thing that I did was I took out the stairs that were over here because they were starting to be encroached upon by the rest of the building. Which I went ahead and made sure that doorway here, which recesses really nice, so that I can get back to the filter sorters, have access to what I need. Smart splitters, that's what they're called. Good. All right, so what I need to do is I need to start this direction. Which, let's see, where am I at? Yeah, if I continue in this direction, very easily get to go. But like I said, we very easily start getting out to the desert. Come on, go up. More. Yeah, we're gonna have to bomb the trees. ha 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 ha. Okay, good. Nope. Need that. Got it. I want to try and get over most of this stuff. Of course, it just makes life easier that way. However, it might not be a bad idea to also set up a ramp that'll come around up to here as well. Yeah, I'll have to do that at some point. But let's go ahead while I'm over here instead. Should be hitting the coal, that coal. See if anything's over here. Apparently there isn't. So I guess the rest of it is going to be out this direction over here, outside of our current scan range. Go. Also need to consider more obelisks. Got it. Looks like I'm going to start veering off a little bit. What if yep, that should work. Actually, looks like there's another blue slug out that way too. One of the things that I've been admiring, though, is that despite the sheer number of blocks that I've been adding to this build, it has been handling it incredibly well, which is a testament to the software engineering Coffee Stain has gone through. They've done a fantastic job getting bit performance out of the Unreal Engine, and I really wish more companies would spend the time to better optimize their software, as it really does make the experience better for everybody. I think from what I understand, a lot of companies that have utilized, excuse me, their own internal engines have been slowly moving more and more towards something like Unity or Unreal, and specifically Unreal. A lot of companies are starting to realize that it just offers the technical aspects that they're looking for in an engine. Nailed it. Wow, 56. Almost got it. One of the, I said almost. It was close. Close enough that it probably made its butt pucker. Got that one. Heading out to this direction so that I can get out to the desert. Desert is going to have a lot of good resources, a lot of open space, that sort of a thing. Not quite. It's just easier to go ahead and have a road like this. And especially when I start setting up trains and automating more of the tractors and trucks. Because this way I can keep the tractors off the ground and just have them take a very straight shot. It's a more efficient routing practice. Plus, I have ridiculous amounts of concrete right now, so I might as well use it. One of the other really good options that's out there, and I don't think it gets used enough, although it probably should, is the Decima engine, which is what Horizon Forbidden West, as well as Death Stranding use, which, depending on Death Stranding 2, we might see the Decima engine get some more love out of how good that game might look. Whee. Which I kind of wish that they were bringing Death Stranding 2 to PC a little bit sooner. So really, really would love to be able to play it. Awesome. Let's take the truck. Yeah, this is just easier to drive it like this. Because if I were to be going overland, I could get to where I needed to go. And eventually I could get a route mapped out. But this just ensures that I bypass all of the other shenanigans. Just get straight to where I need to go. Right. Out of the way. That was a little short. That's okay. Come on. Fine. Screw your trees. Well, I got something at least. This is going to be fun. Am I going to be able to hear that? Oh, yeah, easily. Yeah, that should hopefully go right under there. It's going to be a fun one. Aha, but I can use the truck as well to get up onto here. Ooh, little close. Ah, that's just majestic as fuck. Honestly, watching that thing go flying overhead, sound of wind rushing over it or past it or whatever. It's just so cool. Now, while I'm building all this stuff as quickly and rapidly as possible, that brings into question my thoughts on Space Engineers 2. Because one of the things that is interesting to contemplate is that creative mode has a really interesting way. It has the creative way of laying blocks out. One of the things that I would like to see in survival is if they allowed for that sort of building, where essentially what you're doing is you're building in blueprint, or at least have the option to build in blueprint, and then you can lay out the blocks as you go. Get it? Nailed it. First try. There's a Mercer sphere there. Did not get that one. Although I got the tree, so take that. That was a little bit of an overshot. Awesome. Yeah, y'all better run. All right. So where I'm heading to, I'll actually want to go ahead and veer off to the left a little bit. Nope. Helps if I had the right thing selected. Go. That puts us basically back in alignment. Direction we go. check the map once I get up here, so that way we can get a better visualization of where this is all at. Possibly also off the screen. All right, so that tree looks like limestone there. Let's see if we can find some coal out here. Oh, goody. And it's pure. Normal, normal. Okay. And sulfur. Right under us. Perfect. Or impure. It's impure. That's okay, because what I'll be able to do is set up in this area a location for making compacted coal. Between the coal that's out here as well as the sulfur, plus the fact that there is the impure coal. Yeah. And then one of the other things that I wanted to look at was setting up. Okay, I've got a bit more. But one of the other things that I wanted to do is, of course, get trains started at some point as well, because of the fact that I'm absolutely going to need them for high capacity, large amounts of cargo to be able to move tons of stuff from one point to another in certain circumstances, such as moving large amounts of coal. May have to head back so that I can make more of those. Well, howdy there, buddy. Oh, son of a bitch! That is not what I wanted. Oh dear. I know, right? Didn't expect him to be able to get on the truck or to stay on the truck. Yeah, new pet. No, thank you. I think I was fine with lizard doggos. No, definitely not. I'm going to see if I can scrape it off. Just got to kind of slow boat it, though. He really is just, I'm just going to stay here. We're good. Wow. Yeah, basically. This might go for the slightly shallower. Damn it. Oh, you fucked now. There we go. I'll take that. All right, back to work. That was the slowest that I could have gone. Wow. What a way to take care of that. Let me just very gently nudge him off. Okay, that's also. Well, he shouldn't have been riding on. Okay, what's going on? I have a feeling the server's about to crash. Oh no. Nope, nope. There it goes. It was just being like every once in a while. I think it's if I switch to my inventory while I'm cycling through items, it causes a soft lock on item interactions that makes it seem like it's locking up, even though it's not. Nope. Gotcha. Gotcha. That one's not even close. That one was, though. Nope. I'm going to have to go make some more here in a little bit. Getting low. There you go. And playing football is not going to be a problem. Or not playing football, I should say. I don't know. I used to. I used to really enjoy it too. Of course, that was also when I was much younger, much more able-bodied. Thought I could have gotten one. Oh well. It was basketball that I always sucked at, though. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Not playing that game again. Where'd it, where'd it go? Oh, it just went back down there. Okay. Okay. Let's just keep this ball rolling for now. Keep an eye out for anything that wants to jump at me and kill me. And try not to blow myself up. And I think what I want to do is once I get to about that rock wall, I'll want to go ahead and veer off towards the left a little bit more. So that way I can get more towards the flatter portions of the desert area. Because we're basically where I want to be. I want to be up in this corridor here. So we're getting there. But I'm also going to need more concrete, it looks like. Yeah. Roll 3-point turns. Go. Now we can just drive on back. And here would be a good place to also go ahead and set up some sort of way station for trucks, tractors, as well as a ramp system to come back up. It looks like that should be pretty easy to ramp up there. It's fairly close to the good location for it. Pretty. That's one thing I wouldn't mind doing is digging around some more of them, trying to come up with a nice sort of natural looking map just to mess around with. I'd really love to set it up so that it had proper flowing rivers that you could basically intertube down or ride boats or whatever. Kind of like a log ride or a water slide or something like that, where you're allowed to have the floats. I think that would be fun. Another method for traversing the terrain. Let's also go ahead and grab our alien parts. The sulfur I have. And I need right sulfur. Yes. The rifle I need to make smokeless powder. I'll need a bunch of motors, and I need rubber. Rubber I have, that's pretty easy. Don't have smokeless powder being made anywhere. Smokeless powder is residual or heavy oil residue and black powder. Okay. Let's get, first of all, power shard made. Some of that sweet, sweet DNA protein stuff. No. Law. Excellent. Out of the way. I should be able to just feed this into here. That will, yeah, essentially do what we need it to do. Oh, man. That's okay. Have the extra tons. Now up to 11. Foundations. I don't really want to get the rest of the foundations just yet. Most of what I need so far. Finish off construction fences. Perfect. All right. Whilst I am at it, I can go ahead and get some extra nobelisks made because we are going through them. We are using them not just to mess around with and like try and blow up, random beasties. But we are using them to also clear out some of the forest and stuff that's in our way. Just generally, okay, mostly just dicking around. It's mostly what we're using them for. But then, once I get done with these, I want to get up to about 100 of them. What I want to look at is what I need to do trains. Good. All right. Boom. What is in this milestone? Oh, that's computers, which I need. Yeah. It's different. That's one of those things that it really is kind of weird what it does and doesn't allow, where and why and how and all that sort of thing. So I try not to question it. Okay. Concrete. And actually, let's drop off some of those. Really don't need the extra coal. Quick wire. Rodents. Hits. That should be. Oh, thank you. Sort. Go back to work. There we go. As I mentioned previously, the current placement of the hub is not going to be its final resting spot. That is just there because it's convenient. I do want to move it somewhere else that is a little bit more out of the way, especially because that will be part of the flow of traffic. Don't necessarily want it to just be sitting there where it can easily be moved to stop vehicles from getting to where they need to go. Those guys are down there. That'd be useful. That's one of the other things that I can do is I should be close to being able to research thermal, so that'll be a little extra bonus should I need it. Right now, though, what we have currently through the fuel power generators is more than enough. It's doing its job adequately. Yeah, bastard. Not today. Weird. All right. Probably start. Do a longer sweeping turn. Yeah, that'll be nice because that way it won't be as tight a churn. Go. And I believe, if I remember correctly, there might be some deuterium in the direction that I'm looking at, unless I moved it. Nope, there it is. So back behind us. Yeah, there's some deuterium that's up there. I guess it's up there now. Because I know that they did move a bunch of stuff for the 1.0 release just to keep it fresh. Go. Ooh, I like the music. An industrial vibe to it. I will say, okay, this is something. This is one of those personal eccentricities of mine. But I really hate it when developers put really interesting looking scenery as the horizon or the background objects because I want to go explore that stuff. I want to see what's out there. I want to be able to visit it and interact with it. I think that's one of the qualities of Star Citizen that I appreciate the most, and also like space engineers, because there isn't a situation where you can't just go out to that far off place. You can definitely build something either to fly or to drive or to whatever, to go visit whatever that location is on the distance, the horizon. Now I get obviously why you can't necessarily do this because they didn't make an entire planet. They made a landmass and then you just get this. So, but still. Here we are. Now we're starting to get to the desert. You can see just tons and tons and tons of space out here. Plus, there are lots of mineral nodes. Yeah, a whole bunch of iron there. Pure, pure. Just lots of stuff around. Will be great. Let's see. Let's also see if there's any crude oil nearby. Snap, there is. Almost directly under the truck. And some more out there. Awesome. Which is going to be super useful for converting to turbo fuel. I'll just need a location where I can get my hands on water at some point. Yeah, you can see the locations right there. So that'll be fun to go ahead and try and build down to. There's the ore patches there. So yeah, a little bit of work cut out for us as far as getting down to that stuff, but that shouldn't be too bad. No more difficult than any other time that we tried to do it. So, about a week or so, actually, okay, so we'll start this off by rewinding to the weekend. And my mom was like, hey, I've got some yard work I want us to do. I want us to clean up around here. I was like, all right, yeah, no problem. So I'd gone outside and I started working, and then mom joined. And she had gone to go grab a couple of the leaf bags. They're like, the regular brown paper bags you get from grocery stores, much bigger and double layered. And she had walked up to the house to go grab those. Well, I was down at the end of the driveway working on stuff. And our neighbor, who's a great guy, we've known him for a long, long time. In fact, we actually knew him even before we moved into this house, not realizing that he was going to be our next door neighbor. But he, of course, had been working outside as well. His wife was on vacation, so he was kind of bacheloring it up. Now he just turned 70. You wouldn't know it to look at him. He actually looks probably, I'd say, more like in his mid 50s to early 60s tops. But he's a nice guy. He's always been really good to us. We've tried to be respectful to him. But, of course, he's also a talker. So he starts talking. And then my mom shows up. And it's just going on. And at one point, I mentioned the fact that we had seen a minivan that had been parked out kind of on the corner of our property up front. And it just, to me, it felt suspicious because almost nobody parks out there unless they mean trouble. And by trouble, I mean usually doing something to disrupt our internet or our sewers. It just seems like anybody who ever parks up there usually leads to problems. Well, it turns out that my sneaking suspicion was only partially correct. They were up to no good, but not in a bad way. So when I had seen that minivan, they were part of a small party of people that were coming to throw him, my neighbor, a surprise birthday party. And so they were kind of hiding as everybody got congregated and was getting ready to spring the trap, so to speak. So he let me know that my instincts were correct, that said person was definitely nefarious, but in a friendly sort of way. I was like, well, good to know those gamer instincts have been honed. If something feels off, it probably is. But it was also nice to get a little bit of that validation there. All right, let's go ahead and start bringing this down. Go. Down. Thank you. I think the last time that I had done a lengthy playthrough on Twitch of this son of a bitch. We had built out here, but it really hadn't. Like, I was building roads and elevated and whatnot, but we didn't get much farther than that, if I remember correctly, compared to where we are at the moment. So it's kind of nice to be at a point where we are basically crossing the world. Gotta love that sound. Yep, I missed one. I didn't get the full sound, which makes me happy now. And finally, out. And there. Eventually, I will be able to go ahead and set up our base for out here. Now, one of the things, if I remember correctly, there was a spot of radiation out here because there is, or at least to my recollection, had been a small outcropping of uranium. I don't remember if it's still here in 1.0. But, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Because some things are still where they're supposed to be, other things did get moved. Oh, that's good stuff. There we go. That's our roadway out to here. Let's see. Let's do a scan for sulfur. See what we get. Nothing. Oh, nope. There we go. For normal. Coal. So out this direction here, which I know roughly where that is, probably another half-assed decent area for doing combat control, or at least doing something over here. It's kind of off in that direction on the coast. So that'll be kind of useful. All right. Let's go ahead. And head on back. Let's see about getting some stuff done for the industrial research. Really, the only thing that I'm going to have to make, and I really should start manufacturing these, are the motors, because I'm not making those yet. Let's see how well this curve works here. That's nice, actually. It's quite nice. A suitable, gentle curve. Yeah, buddy. I'm in a truck. What are you going to do about it? Because your brother didn't last so long. Well, he did all right. As soon as I got up under something, though, he was screwed. Go. Also, since I really haven't been streaming it, well, because I've been focused on Satisfactory, I decided to go ahead last night. Like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start playing some Red Dead Redemption. I've been doing my best to not go through and do a bunch of the story missions yet, as I've just been wanting to build up some money. But it is interesting to play it after having played Red Dead Redemption, because I can see where they were lucky that the writing was somewhat ambiguous, while at the same time also bringing up details that I recall vividly from Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, obviously, it's, they had RDR1 done, so it was much easier to write stuff for RDR2. And there's probably a couple of retcons that they had to do because of the fact that it's just the nature of things. But at the very least, they did a good job in RDR1 of, so far, alluding to the past that we play in the sequel and informing John Marston's character in such a way as to make you want to know about him. And then when you go to play the second one, filling in some of the blanks, but not all of them, which again adds an extra level of sort of mystery, intrigue, that sort of a thing. I used up a lot of content for that. All right. So I need to grab some guts. Should probably bring some over. The cables. Specifically in 1,000, so 6, 8, 10. Plastic. that's enough. And then the only other thing that I need are the motors. Awesome. How many motors do I have? 45. Well, that's close. Stators. 1. Okay, stators are... copper wire and steel. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some of these made. Thinking, which is always dangerous. Let's do something. Production. Put stator. That. That. Probably need... Okay. So what I want to do... Oh, I need concrete. Of course I do. There it is. There we go. And just get that going. There. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this building for right now. Wow. Take... Probably should. Let's dump some more stuff. Should I? Actually, you know what? We're gonna take a little bit of a trip here. The reason why is because I want to go grab the other tractor. Two purples over there? Oh no, that's purple slug there, and Mercer sphere. And I thought, oh, there goes another one. Oops. Okay. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of a jog here, but that's okay because that's gonna give us some opportunity to let the stators actually build up. Why that's important is because I need them so that I can finish making the motors, and then that way we can do the industrial manufacturing. And that'll bring us one step closer to trains. And I think overall trains are going to be my best bet for the stuff that I want to move. Just hope we don't have any spiders that show up. Haha. Go. And what I'm thinking I could do is probably set up stator construction over here. At our old base. Which at some point I also need to maybe move the space elevator? I don't know. I like the idea that it's kind of just where it is and we have to deal with it kind of thing. Not that it bothers me if I have to move it, but I just like the fact that it's there. That's its spot. Ooh. Kind of want to do it, but at the same time, I know I shouldn't. Want to jump off of here into the water. Also, could build, or at least offshoot this road. Offshoot the road to over there, where I believe that's sulfur that I don't have set up yet. If I did it, I'd probably run it off of this over here. Off of either that flat piece or maybe off that area there. I'd probably do it off of here, though. I think that would work out a little bit better. Because I think it'd be easier at that point to go ahead and build the power lines that I want to build so that I can get that miner actually working. Honestly, though, that's not a bad run. But there we go. And our other... What? Get it? Nope. Got it that time. Damn, missed. Got that one. And we are gold. Got it. All right. Now I don't have to worry about this anymore. Not that I was really worried about it, but I definitely don't have to worry about it now. Okay. Customizer, materials, asphalt. Go. That way you don't get all that Z fighting and it tends to blend in a little bit better. Alrighty. So, next step is I want this tractor over here. I should have brought some extra fuel with me. Oh well. Got a bunch of limestone in here. Rods. Ooh. Grab those. Here. Some of this stuff. Same with you. Okay. It's your fuel situation. There. Now you have fuel. Don't yet know where I would put the loading stations. I just know that I need to at some location. Let's see. Part of what I was going to do was set this up. Oh, yeah. I was going to set this up as one of the loading bays for hopper stuffs. I don't need to at the moment. Is that? Perfect. So what I'm thinking I could do here is to use this area at least specifically to bring in. Yeah. Oof. 30 per minute. That's rough, buddy. What I'm thinking I could do is use this plus the steel that I'm turning out over here to make stators and motors. Actually, more specifically, just motors. Because I don't think. Yeah, they're just used in automated wiring and motors. It's 5 minutes. So if I did 10 per minute, I would do 2 of that. That's just steel tubes and what am I doing for steel tubes? I'm full. That's one of the things that I'm doing. I make 20 per minute, which isn't bad. Make a grand total of use up 60. Use up 30. So I need all right, there we go. So I make 120. I split that in half. 60 goes to making steel beams. The other 60 then gets separated for making the steel pipes. And basically two separate lanes of steel pipes. And so that way I will get the opportunity to make some for personal use, as well as some that are going to go into the stators. Do I have... Okay, I have normal copper there, normal copper there, plus that. Okay, so normal copper is going to be right over here. Which is this. Let's go ahead. Out of my way. Yep. Go up one. Nope. I know what it is that I must do. Let's make this taller. That's basically where I was just at. Should. Okay. Nope. Damn it. This. Okay. There we go. That's better. Away. 60 per minute. If I upgrade this to specifically, can I upgrade this? Oh darn! If only I was near where I was making the component that I need for this. Oh look, here it is. How convenient. Now what I'm thinking is this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It won't matter. There. That at least gets it out of the way, which is part of what I was after anyway. So you are misaligned. Be properly aligned. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Bless it. There. Okay, there. Now we're going to do 120 per minute. On that, I can also. How much power am I currently producing over here? Let's see. Production is at 900. Capacity is at 1080. I'm consuming not that much. However, my max consumption is considerably more than I would like. So, one of the options that I have, one of the options that really the only option that I have, is to go ahead and link up this power grid with our newer power grid at our forever home. Because I don't believe I have any crude oil nearby. If I do, I will be surprised. Yeah, didn't think so. Yeah, there's a whole bunch over there. There's some over there. That's not too bad. That's a little bit farther than I would like to travel for it, but it's like halfway between the two. And it might not be a bad idea to go out there anyway at some point and use that for doing more fuel generation just because of its location. So we'll keep that in mind for later on. Hey, big guy. But that line to start setting up for doing the copper smelting. Just clear out all that crap. No, not yet. Still working on it. That's part of what today is. Honestly, that's part of what every day is. But we're getting there. I'm good. How you doing, Angel? You staying out of trouble? Awesome. Glad to hear it. Let's over here. Go. Get up there. I'll eventually fill in the rest as well, but for now, I need to coordinate. What if instead of that, you okay, yeah. That will oh, I covered up some pale berries. It's a travesty. There we go. That works. That works fairly well. Because now what I should be able to do is set up a bunch of these. Suppose what I should do is figure out how much copper out of here. So right now I've got 120 that I can pull out. That should be 80, 240. You do 300. I could drop that to 270. And that should... That'll be what, the Mark III belt? Logistics, Mark III, yeah. So Mark III conveyor, which means that I will need 9 of these. There we go. That is be a lot of copper. Go. Now split this. Go. Before I get everything belted up. Nope. Just make sure everybody is centered. Looks like. Ooh. Awesome. Now, let's run 270 belt. And there we go. That is the full extent of 270 items coming through to all of these, which will then spit out 170 copper ingots. That being said, let's get that in place so that yeah, that'll work. Use the walls here. Here. To bring all of that in. And it'll just look a little bit nicer, keep it out of the way, that sort of thing. There we go. 70 per minute. God, the amount of power this is going to drain. Alright, let's get you there. Get all the poles in first, then I'll connect them up. Go. And the last one. Whoops. There we go. And awesome. Love it when everything lines up correctly, looks nice, plays nice. Okay, now I need to take this and run it all back together again. Beautiful. Oh, I could have come a little bit closer. Hold on. Actually, yeah, that'll be fine. And that will be our 270 copper ingots. So for that, let's see, wire. That will produce, that is 1 ingot per 2 wire, 570, so that will produce 540 wire per minute. No, that's wrong. No idea what that is. Probably scam. All right. Sorry, hold on a second. I almost never get texted by anybody, but I just got a text that's weird. It's hashtag BOFA, capital B, capital A. Do not share this code. We will never call you or text you for it. Code, reply help if you didn't request it. Now that seems a bit odd. Um, yeah, that's what it feels like. Okay, so I need 15 per minute is 30 per minute. So if I take 70 divided by 15, that gives me 18. Yeah, that's another one. I think what it's doing is it's specifically designed to get you to text help back. So that way they know that this number is a suitable number to be harassing or spamming. It's just weird because I don't use that phone number for a whole lot because I mostly can't get phone calls on it. It's primarily just for in case of emergency and I need to call out. And also for solitaire. That's basically all that phone does. All right, so I have 270 copper that I now need to do something with. I don't have to use all of it. I just get to use some of it. Let's see. Let's see what I got. Top. Upgrade that. And okay. If we out this wall here, and do this, do two cross, cross, that gets a 3 across. Woot. That gives me a bit more room to work with down here. Also looking a little bit more interesting. There. So now I should be able to do. There it is. Set up a constructor here. Wire. Might do a couple of these. I definitely should do a couple of these. There. I think it kept trying to attach to the wall. It's like, no, I don't need you to do that. There we are. Two. Up to here, I believe. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And for whatever reason, my brain was not registering that was correct. Like that just, and then I'm like, oh no, that is fine. That's okay. There we go. That should allow us to start making what I need. And the next step is then the assembler. I hear you back there. What are you working on? Oh, putting your shelves together? Oh, yeah, fair. Okay. Also, Hollow says hi. Landry says hi. Bunch of dorks. Okay, let's see. Stators. Stator. Actually, you know what? What if just did stator into motor? Because then I could bring rotors over pretty easily, since I have them over here somewhere. Yeah, over here. essentially what I would want to do is do a merger here, do a murder and acquisition, murder and execution. There's that. Weird. There. That would be the start of what I need. I thought, okay. So let's do go 3 on this. Nope. Just at 2. And you go to there. That will start making our stators. Yay. Get you fired up. Awesome. There we go. Next up. I think this is the free. Yes. There we go. Okay, so basically a standard elevator is going to be 2 of these tall. A third one is then 2 clicks above. So you've got this here, go up 1 and then 2. That will be 3 tall. That's good. This 2 yes, I have been playing for 2 hours. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, it every 2 hours it'll go ahead and give you a little notice like, hey, you've been playing for a while. You should probably take a break. I was like, nope, not yet. I'm not ready for no break. But that's also kind of nice because it's like, it's okay to go touch grass every once in a while. I don't want to. Can't make. Finally. And there we go. That then brings in everything that I needed to. So that. Should now be making stators that are going to go into homes. It's going to be slow going, but it is going to be going. Awesome. Awesome indeed. There we go. A nice level of automation. All right, I'm going to take a quick AFK because I'm a little bit on the hungry side. Also going to go ahead and throw up a quick 1-minute ad break. So if you need to, just go ahead, go stretch your legs, grab a snack, something like that. And when I get back, we will see about setting up the truck stop so that I can start taking these from here to our main base. This will be definitely going to be a while before we've got the 200 that we need. So I'll probably still make some by hand, which will be fine. But at least this is a good direction to go in. Let's get into a location that's a little bit more interesting to look at. Like here. There we go. There. And I shall be back in just a few. Said, great. Thank you. All right. Back in just a few. All right, I did not leave the door open on purpose. Both Nibbler and Smudge forced the door to bounce open, or they pulled it open. I don't know which. But in any event, and it was funny too, because I was standing upstairs and I just happened to hear the rattle of the lock on the door, and I poked my head around this sort of retaining wall that we have in the living room and looked right down the hallway, right down the steps, just in time to watch the door flip open and both Nibbler and Smudge go walking into my room. And I just yell out, "Oh, there she is." I was just like, "You motherfuckers." And they just walked right in like, "Who cares? You sons of bitches. Pains in the ass." That's what they are. Yes, you are. Pain in the ass. You know it. Okay. I know what I need real quick. One more quick AFK, but I'll be right back. All right, there we go. I needed some candy, some high chew. Alrighty, let's get back to this. So far, I've got 46. We're up to 91. Hmm. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Where's the door? There it is. Next up, let's go grab my tractor. And I want to set this up. Because what I could do. No, I don't want to suck a duck. Probably a good idea to return the truck. Duck. Um, I only got one of the two bushes. There we go. So what I think I should be able to do here station here. And then up and away. Here we go. Hmm. What if? There it is. Have a different. All right, what I should be able to do is to go ahead and bring this down to here. Yes, it is. Awesome. Okay. Then I bring you down here. So this there. Now I can go ahead and put these back in place. This back in place. And then yeah, because I don't need to refuel it. I just want to be able to bring some stuff in where I need. And this will allow me to bring the tractor down and around. I'll be able to go ahead and do the entire route. And we'll just have to figure out how I'm going to load stuff in there. Because the other thing is that once I get back, I need to be able to load the fuel. So let's go ahead. You guys do. Bet I know why it is that they're so desperate to get down here too. Because they're doing a bunch of cleaning upstairs. The living room. So there's the smell of cleaner that's lingering about. Cats actually dislike strong smells like that. Things like perfumes and deodorants, breeze cleaners. Cats generally dislike. So, what is the temperature outside? 60. Nice. Oof. Yeah, I was just noticing that there's been a bunch of wildfires here on the East Coast. one of the YouTubers that I watch from time to time, Nate Petrowski. He's got a homestead in West Virginia, and one of his latest TikTok slash YouTube shorts is about him working to try and fight the wildfire and make sure that it didn't burn down everything at his place or hurt any of his animals. He does have ducks and stuff like that. He has ducks. I think he has a couple of chickens. I'm not certain. I don't think so though. But he's also got his dog Minion, Lord Minion, and then he also has his new dog Az. He's got a couple of cats as well. And then, of course, the actual homestead, which is his house, currently has been, honestly, it's been a heck of a year or two for weather. But I think it's actually part of a normal cycle for Earth, in that you have a whole lot of bad storms, which then cause a lot of the forested areas to, a lot of the old growth to die out. Then you have some really dry weather that causes all of that stuff to dry out. Then there's a forest fire, which gets rid of it. And then you've got all of that nitrogen rich soil, all of the area open back up again to allow new growth to come in. The only problem is that you also have a whole bunch of humans in play. And we notoriously dislike things like wildfire. So it's one of those that, well, generally it would be good for the environment. Because that's the other thing that you have to consider is the amount of sort of greenhouse emissions that wildfires let out into the atmosphere, and how they would probably help stabilize the weather patterns to a certain extent. At least to my way of thinking. Of course, I'm not an environmentalist or a scientist or anything like that, but that's just how I would consider it. I actually want to set you to unload. Awesome. You? No, you don't. Okay, cool. All right, so now that we've got the tractor, what I need is to start bringing up some of that fuel. Now I can go ahead, do that. In a couple of different ways. In fact, what I could probably even do, and I'm probably going to have to go running back up there again, because I have all of this heavy oil residue here, is to convert this into fuel. And then package up this fuel for the purposes of fueling up the trucks and tractors. Oh my. It is cool to watch. All right, so what I want to do is I am going to want, first of all, how much of this am I producing? 25 per minute is how much I'm making. So basically, production, refinery, need some stuff. Copper sheets and encased industrial beams. Once I grab that, then what I can do is get that refinery made, and we'll see how much I can produce off of that. Oh, I should also see rotors, motors. Here, I don't have any. Okay. Cool. Copper sheets. Oh. Encased beams. I have enough for 2 refineries. That'll have to be something else I wind up making at some point, is the encased beams. Specifically because I need them for Tier 4 or Mark 4 belts. Alright, so what I want is refinery. You are going to make residual fuel. That's, I need 60 per minute. You are using 75. That's 135. Just considering. Hello there. Are you going to remember that you can just cat your way over here now? Yeah, you remembered, didn't you? There we go. You know, I'm still not happy with you guys. Not that you would understand why. Sorry, I got to pay the cat tax. Yeah. Yes. So pretty, and you know it. You're adorable. Huge pain in the ass. Somebody so small, you create such huge problems. Yes, you do. All right. Let's get back to work here. So what I need to do is I need to create more of that. Now, part of my problem, it's only sort of a problem, is that I need more plastic realize what I need to do. You are going to be in the way, aren't you? Yes, you are. Down you go. You gotta let go. There you go. Good girl. Okay. So the reason why I have the plastic being separated is because I have half of this that is going over here for the purposes of making the empty jugs, then making the fuel here. I should go ahead what if we just go ahead because I need some parts first. What I think I can do is I can run the conveyor line up this way. I mean, obviously I can. I've got a big giant ass ramp. But what I'll do is I'll run it up here. And then up here. And I could potentially, actually there's no potentially about it. I absolutely could. Just increase this. There we go. And then bring the out of everything important. Okay. Let's grab some concrete. And some more of the plates. Yay, we've got 2 coupons. I really should get a factory cart, I think, the next time I can afford it. Just because of how useful those are. For getting around your factory. Not necessarily for long range stuff. Definitely for the shorter range. Just tooling about getting from location to location real easily. There we go. Alright, so what I want to do is you're all the way full. Okay. Because what I might do is have this come back to this over here. We'll have to wait and see how that all works out. So, nope. There we go. There we are. And up as far as possible, which is that. Now, I don't know how much fuel I'm packaging per minute. No, it's not terribly, too terribly much. Hey. switch it over there. I don't want to have to break up any fights, but I will. So help me God. Really, Smudge? Oh, Smudge is such an idiot. Oh, I love her to death, but she is so dumb. She immediately noticed that I had the squirt model and was like, "Oh shit!" and immediately turned to then run away, but slammed her head into something. I think a box or something up there. And not Root. She was starting to try and pick a fight with Runt, and Runt was just sitting there doing nothing. So in this particular case, she was the one being rude. I was sticking up for Runt. This goes over here like so. Eventually, when all of that fuel actually starts getting up here, A, that'll be really cool, and B, it'll be really cool. Just this beautiful long line of packed fuel. Which the awesome thing is, oh, good job just spilling a whole bunch. Look at all the amount of fuel that it's just sitting there wasting. It's messed up. And that's also incredibly highly flammable. So yes, let's just keep shoving or keep spilling flammable liquid everywhere. Something like that, yeah. There we go. That's fine. Hey. Okay, awesome. That's going to become a problem. Let's see about fixing the problem. Yeah, that'll work. And you are going to make the, yep, residue. We go over this every single time. I have to reteach you how to do it every single time. Up there. Over here. Come on. Okay, come on. Over here. Hey, Ron. How you doing, buddy? You gonna try and come up here? All right, come on. Since your sister's being a pussy. Come on. Come on. You have jumped up onto worse. What are you looking for? Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. I'm not picking you up. There you go. Look at you. See, you made it just fine. Of course, he's equally hard to see, and especially when he just immediately lays down. He's like, nope, I'm comfortable. Yeah. How you doing, big guy? You're almost never down here. What are you sticking in your head in there for? Okay. Right where you're at. Let's get. No, 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 no. That is not for playing with. Nope. That's not. That's what I. And have what I need for another one of the. I need to grab some plastic. Plastic. Yeah, a little. Yeah. Backside is what you are. Yeah. But you are adorable in your own sort of giant way. All right, there we go. Making some extra fuel here. Ow. Thanks for putting your claws directly into my thigh. Now going to be making more of what I need. Probably what I should do is actually come back through here and replace these belts with, let's see, stackable conveyor poles so that I could get a second row for plastic. Bring that up as well. All right, let's see about the belts in. Might be too far. Then again, no, probably not. Specifically because go ahead and set up the splitters that I need. Far. Awesome. Keep stuffing his head up against the underside of my arm and pushing up against it. What's so fascinating about the underside of my arm? Nothing. You're probably just being a nuisance. Cats don't generally just do stuff for no reason. They usually have a reason, as cat-like as it is. Let's smoke. Need regular bears. Here we go. And there we are. Are you stuck? There you go. So now I should be getting fuel to all of the. There you go, buddy. So, yeah. Will now be. Ow! Oh, thanks for that. Mm. And then he does it again. Why do you have to continue to stab me? There we go. So we are now bringing in a bunch of fuel to our 3 truck stops up here. That is going to be awesome. I'm going to want to set all 3 of these to unload. There we go. I will say, one thing that I wish this game had that it doesn't is some sort of actual logic system. Whatever that logic system would entail, whether that's being able to wire up logic to machines, to belts, to splitters, whatever. I think that would be cool. Now, it might have a logic system, and I just haven't unlocked it yet because I haven't gotten far enough. But I think it would be cool. And especially in conjunction with automated tractors. You don't stop. You know what? I love you, buddy, but keep stabbing. Oh, come on. You big boy. Go on. All right. Now that I am taking cat hair, yeah, laugh it up. Let's see. I do embrace the cat hair. Usually, well, it's still attached to the cat. What I need is to probably actually, yeah, that'll be fun. Sort of. Hmm. Yeah, what I can do here, what I'll probably need to do is bring this across to here. And I need to somehow redirect that belt down here. So it may be a more prudent idea, when looking at this logistically, that instead of coming over the top like this, is instead I come down. Hmm. That is going to be equally as entertaining, as there's no easy way to do that. Well, if I do it like this, there we go. And I want to do, actually, that might work. little bit heavy there. That one. That one. Yeah. And then what I'll do is plug that into there. This I can bring down here. Finally, that's true. Then again, it moves really slow when you're waiting for anything that you actually really want. And there we go. Partly, sometimes it can still move a little bit slow because you're like, okay, I just want to go ahead and want to get this over with. Oh, hi, Chew. That's all. Just a little bit of candy. Nope. Oh, no. We actually get it on purpose. We have a little glass sort of cookie jar that was passed down from my dad's mom. And so we just fill it up with the high chew, and then every once in a while we'll just sneak into the kitchen and grab like 2 or 3. They're basically like Chinese Starburst, really. All right. So now that I've got that set up, we've got all of the fuel ready to go. I can go ahead and start importing motors. Yeah, they're actually really good. I think it was Landry's fault, honestly, that she got some and was like, "We need to try these out." And so she shared them, and Mom was all like, "Well, they're really good. We're going to need more." All right, start recording. This is going to be interesting. Probably only going to have the one tractor for now, so I'm not too worried about how absolutely correct its path is. But it does call into question the overall design of my road. Now, I'll probably, if I want to have anything more than 1 or 2 tractors going at a time, I will definitely want to rebuild it or change it. But let's... Honestly, the way that the fuel burns these guys, it is much, much more efficient than coal. That's for certain. Using coal as fuel inside of tractors is just painful. It's going to be so much fun when I get trains done. I can already tell I have to spend probably a couple of days getting stuff prepped ready before I'm capable of doing up trains, because I'm going to have to grab some computers, I believe, or at least get those starting to be manufactured. Which will probably happen over on this side, because this is also where I already have quick wire being made. Hey. Tick beans. That's what I should call them. Tick beans. Something going on. Don't know what precisely, but there is something. Sounds like there's some big ass truck that's sitting outside. Fairly certain it's not for me. Yep, trip. Now we just have to ride on back. It's a bit of a drive, but it's not too bad, honestly. It definitely could be worse. As far as fuel usage goes, as long as I'm able to refuel at least one of the two stops, that's all that matters. Although I'm still trying to figure out why the Explorer is out that way, because it had been back at base. That is a possibility. Because I think what I'll do is the train on top, and a hypertube underneath is not a bad idea. Because then I can also set it up so that the hypertube is integrated into the support structure or underneath. Now, I'm going to put it underneath because then I can line it up with the center better. And it'll probably just be more interesting like that anyway. I just have to come up with how I want the support structure to look. This is going to be for motors. Since I need quite a few motors for a lot of stuff. And then, of course, I can always augment it or adjust it so that if there's anything else that I need to pick up like this, it shouldn't be too difficult. Motors specifically I need because of the fact that they are used right now in the next level of research, next milestone. But then I also need them for just a ton of other stuff. Right. All right. And Motor City. Okay. I don't know if that actually brought anything with it, but at the very least, we made it out there. What is that? Oh, that's what that is. X. Yeah, that's fine. This is customizer. There we go. That's not what I want. What is options? Key binding. Law, equipment, player movement, photo mode, trains, vehicles. Show hide path. Okay. Oh, wait. That's only if I'm in the vehicle. So, great. I wish there was a way that I could just interact with the path. Actually, nope. Although it's already well on its way, so there's that. I don't see if it brings any back. Oh, wait. I was already making a whole bunch over here, wasn't I? I was making stators. Can I start making motors? I can make a bunch. Awesome. Let's do this. While that's doing its thing, quick look at the YouTubes, which I was actually really happy. The one of last week's videos, roads and foundations, actually did really well. At least for me, for a non-short video. That's one of my VODs. It did 77 views, which I was super happy about. They didn't stick around for a long time. Fair enough. These are like several hour long VODs, so it stands to reason that people aren't going to sit there and watch the entire thing unless they put it on in the background. Which, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, usual like, subscribe, comment, whatever. If you made it this far into the video, what? Otherwise, if you're wondering what my schedule is, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Usually doing random shenanigans. So that's my YouTube plug. Other than that, let's see. We're up to. I need another 50, another 97. No, 87. All right, Angels, have a good one. As always, thanks for stopping by, buddy. 200 that I needed? Yes. Another 82. Hey, it got down there. Should be on its way back. Once it gets back here, what I'll do is I'll hop on it so that way I can hide that route. Really don't. You know what? Well, I'll wait for it. One of the other things, though, that I want to do real quick. Oh. We're back again.
What?
Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something really quick. I wanted to look at this game, Satisfactory.
What I ask.
Blah, blah. It was something Rockstar had posted up onto the Discord, and I wanted to take a look at it. As it looked kind of interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and start downloading the demo, which will be done ridiculously soon. But it looks like another interesting. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Shoot. I can't yet because I gotta wait for the tractor to show up. But anyway, Satisfactory looks like an interesting mix between Noita and Factorio. Which I have played Noita. I obviously I own it, and it's a fun game. I haven't gotten very far in it, and I definitely haven't beaten but it is still a fun game to mess around with. Tractor is. See where you're at. Okay, right up in there. Probably going to be coming down that ramp. But with Sandustry, it looks like it takes the molecular physics, if you will, of the environment and combines that with the gameplay of a Factorio kind of game or a Satisfactory kind of thing. All right, it's almost here. For it to make its U-turn. Much. Nice. Just give me that. I need it. I'm not going to sit there and be patient and wait for it to do its thing. Especially because there we go.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of project assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look bright.
Awesome. All right, so the next thing is rails, which this is actually going to be pretty easy. You're going to do it, just do it. Oh, yeah. Parts there, parts there. However, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for today. We actually got everything done that I wanted to do today, which was awesome, which was to get started on bringing a bunch of stuff over, utilizing more of our old base, and getting the first automated tractor going. So adorable. So tomorrow, what I want to do is start, hopefully, getting the rail stuff taken care of. In fact, I'll probably take care of the research for it overnight. Okay, and so that way tomorrow we can go ahead and look at getting our first, hopefully, rail line put in, or at least getting the initial planning for the rail line put in. Because again, as I was mentioning, brainstorming with Kintar there, is putting a hypertube underneath of the roadway, and then I want to put the rail over top of it. And the rail is going to have 2 lanes. It's going to have an outbound and an inbound. Yeah, outbound, inbound. So that way I can run trains coming in and out without any problems. And won't need to worry too much about signals right away, although that will also be a big thing to take care of. Other than that, though, that is going to be it for today. We're closing this out. Let's take a look at beautiful, beautiful blue coming in. Long ass line, bright orange, as well as yeah, there we go. It's kind of foggy, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, though, that is going to be it for today. As always, thank you all for joining me on these adventures. So glad to have you guys along for the ride. You all have a wonderful day. Stay out of trouble. And remember, if you get caught, I don't know you. I will catch you guys tomorrow.